Welcome to musicmoveit.com. I am Torio, and today I want to talk about online mastering services. So, lately I've been seeing a lot of ads on Instagram and Facebook of services that will do your mastering for you online. And it only takes a few minutes to do. Now, first I was like, that's crazy, because any kind of mastering I did before was expensive, and you usually took it to people who knew their shit, who've been doing it for like 20, 30 years or more. And that's my experiences with it. But I wanted to give it a try to see how it sounded, actually. Now, as we all know, mastering is the final step in the production of your song after mixing. And the purpose of it is to balance everything out, to make it sound uniform all the way through the song, so it's not peaking too much in certain areas. You can add a little bit more EQ here and there if you want. You usually put it through like a limiter just to make sure, nothing's going too high. And you make the song, in this generation at least, a little bit louder so it's ready for radio. Because for years now, when the new way to master things is to make a song loud, that's how the record labels wanted it. Way back in the days, it wasn't so much like that. If you go and listen, put on a record from the 70s or 80s, it's a lot lower. Still sounded great, but it's not in your face as much. It's not blasting through the speakers. Now, also, mastering is also for keeping each song on your album, your CD, or whatever, the same level. So, say you're listening to song 2, it goes to song 3, it's going to be the same volume as song 2. Song 3 won't be louder all of a sudden, and that's also part of mastering, to make sure everything's level throughout your whole album. Now, a lot of this is different now as well, because a lot of people are just buying singles anyway and streaming, but it still kind of has to be done anyway. I mean, you could see if you put on a vinyl album and you're playing the record all the way through, you'll notice the differences in sound more, so that's why it was definitely important for that kind of media. Now, there are a few companies out there. There's actually more than a few. There's quite a few companies out there I noticed that now do this online instant mastering deal. Now, there's two I wanted to check out because I kept seeing ads for the one, which is eMastered. I'm sure some of you have seen an ad for it online somehow, some way. And there's a free one out there called BandLab. Now, the differences are BandLab is free, but you have to join their service. It's basically almost like a SoundCloud, but you join them and you can upload your music. People can collaborate with your music somehow. I didn't get the whole thing of it, but I just wanted to try the mastering basically. But it is free. And they do give you MP3s, and then they also will give you HD waves if you want. It just depends on what you want after mastering. And also eMastered, they charge money. It's like it starts at $6 a month, but with that tier you only get MP3s. Well, I think it's better to get a full mastered wave. That costs more. So say you have the $6 one, you get your song mastered free, you get an MP3 download of it, or you got to pay another amount, like it might be $7, or I forgot what the exact thing is, but a little extra to get an HD wave or just a regular wave of it downloaded. But then they have more tiers where it gets more expensive, like $29 something a month, $29.95 a month. And you can master as many songs as you want and any kind of download you want. So I wouldn't want to. A lot of the tiers also, they try to get you stuck in paying for a full year of this. They want to bill you for the full year. So it might be $6 a month, but it's going to be $72 actually. You're not going to pay monthly. There are some monthly ones, but the price goes up a little bit more. So I thought about it and I was like, I don't master songs all the time. So I wouldn't want to be stuck in a year commitment. I'd be wasting my money. I only need mastering when I do my album. I mean, if I'm producing for someone, generally they'll send it out to get mastered somewhere else. So, I don't know. It's just something I don't need constantly. But you can pay, and then you could some of the tiers you could pay and then cancel anytime. It's just they have a bunch of options that may work for you. So you got to check it out. Now, eMastered will let you sample their services. You go to their page, and there's a part where you can upload a track. And then they'll master it, and within a minute or two, they'll give you a little thing you can click on to listen to the original versus the master they did for you. And it sounds okay. I mean, it definitely makes the track louder, maybe a little more dynamic somehow, some way. Supposedly they have an algorithm that somehow analyzes the track, and it obviously boosts the gain up a little bit, and they probably run it through a little bit of compression, limiting, something, and then they just basically do a basic master of it. Now, it doesn't sound horribly bad. It definitely sounds radio ready more, but if you're a true audiophile, you'll probably notice, like, this wasn't mastered by someone who worked at Abbey Road. You know what I mean? This is just, it doesn't have its full potential, probably. But if you're looking to get fast songs out there and you just want to get them louder and get them pretty decently sounding, it's not a bad service. Now, what I like about it also, they give you options to change the master a little bit. They'll give you an option to mess with the EQ a tad bit, like if you want more of a mid-range sound or more of a high-range sound or more bass to it, you can add that and remaster it. You can do a couple other things, like the loudness you can change. If you want it a little louder, you click that, then you hit master again or remaster, and it'll do it again. You get to listen to it again, and if you like it, you download it. So it's kind of nice that eMaster does that. Now the free one, BandLab, like I said, it's free to do, but you got to sign up to their network or whatever it is, and it's not so bad. I tried that one, uploaded my song, and they give a little pop-up of how it sounds mastered their way, how yours originally sounded, so you can compare. And then it gives you a thing to add more bass, and you can hear it instantly with the bass, or add more clarity, which is kind of cool. I think eMastered has one up on them, though, there's more options to change it if you want. So if you like the CD quality sound, you click that, and you can download it. Or if you want more clarity, you can click that. If you want more bass, you click that, and then you could download it instantly. Their service was okay. It came out nice, came out louder, but something about eMastered, I felt like the drums were more punchy, and they just had more oomph to them, if that makes any sense. So I ended up using eMastered more. I actually bought a month of it, and I just liked the way the songs came out better on eMastered. But for the free one, it wasn't bad. Not bad at all. So it depends. You got to go to these sites and check them out and see what you think of them to see if you would use them. Like I said, you get what you pay for. It's not a bad mastering. It's not horrible by any means. But if you are having a big production album coming out and, it's like, I don't know, it's like rock music with guitar and this and that, live drums, you might obviously want to take it to a true professional. Keep in mind, the pros will charge you $300 a track, even more sometimes. It just depends who you go to. Compared to $6 a month, where you can, do whatever, many tracks and download them. So it's like a nice quick service for maybe people doing electronic music or hip hop, maybe some R&B, and I don't know, it just depends. If you don't have huge budget, it's kind of nice that that's there. Get it bumped up to radio levels that are so common now. A service like this might work for you. So I'm going to give you a little sample of both sites, and we're going to check that out now. Now, you could definitely hear the difference. I'm sure you could. The master versions are definitely a little bit more booming somehow, some way. So, like I said, check them out. I'm not affiliated with them at all by any means. I just had to check it out because, it's always... I used to try to master myself, my own songs, and it's difficult. I always feel like it's just not good enough, or it's not loud enough, or now it's too bassy when I listen to it in another system. And that's another thing true mastering is. They want the song to sound uniform over any kind of system. So you can put it in a car with simple speakers, it'll sound good. Put it in a car with bassy speakers, it'll sound great. Same, you You put it in a computer, it'll sound good. It's not going to be over bassy or anything like that. So they master it to sound great on any kind of system you put it in. So that's the thing. If you want to fool around with these sites, download the song, play it, put it on a CD or something, or a thumb drive. If you don't have a CD in your car, some of these newer cars don't. Play it in the car. Play it in your iPod or your iPhone, whatever. Listen in different headphones. Listen in speakers. If it sounds good, turn it down. If it sounds good, you can hear the lyrics and the music and it's not too boomy or bassy, then that's good. When you turn it up, you can hear the lyrics, you can hear the bass, the drums, everything. You want it to sound great in every system. So check them out. Check these sites out. Can't hurt you. If you don't have a huge budget, it's perfect for you, I believe. So check it out. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit that bell icon and it'll notify you whenever a new video is put out. Leave a comment. Have you tried these services? What do you think of them? Do you think they sounded great? Let us know. And there are other ones out there too that are popular. So I just wanted to check out 2 of them. Look down below in the description. There's a whole bunch of links that could help your career out and guide you to do better things with your music. Check them out. I guarantee you there's something down there that may help you out. And that's it. And I will see you next video. Thank you.